Hey, Ford Flathead, Chevy Small Block, Chevy Small Block, Chevy Small Block. This is Roger from Roger's Hot Rod Garage. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning. I got to get out of here right now, so I'm going to crank up the 327 Corvette and blow these people out of my garage because the party's going entirely too long. Folks, it's actually the next morning right now, but I got everything cleaned out. Everybody's out of the garage. I didn't know that trick with the 66 Corvette Small Block Chevy was actually going to work, but it worked like a charm, and we got 2 o'clock in the morning. Thanks.
Always do a shot of espresso on top of my coffee. Yes, sir.
Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Roger from Roger's Hot Rod Garage. Hey, look, this right here was the dance floor earlier this morning at about 2 a.m., but got everything cleaned out. That actually happened last night before I went to bed, but we got the fireplace going. Oh yeah, because outside, I think Fahrenheit would be the equivalent of about 20 Fahrenheit, and over here in Celsius, that's about -5, 6, or 7 Celsius. So in other words, it's cold outside, but you can see it's kind of toasty in Roger's Hot Rod Garage here. Let me show you what I'm doing here. So today, long awaited, getting rid of the last couple little cancer rots up in here. So this side right here, just like a guy on YouTube who does that plastic surgery for people, I've got my Sharpie out right here. I've got this initial line I'm gonna cut in here, dig all that crap out of there, and then I'm gonna try not to go to this section right here because maybe I can just hit that with a little bit of a low weld. Come across here, and I want to try to retain that bolt hole right here because it's exactly in the right place to mount the fenders back on here. Look, what else I did is I went to the local, Ace Hardware, Lowe's, they call them Bauhaus over here, or Tom. We kind of have the equivalents over here in Germany, but got myself some paint thinner and cleaned all that wax crap up in here. So this is what the car looks like, and again, that's that diamond green L412, which now you folks out there in YouTube land have confirmed that is a 56 and 57 color only. So this is a European model. Again, that's what I did, you guys out in the comments, so appreciate that, who wrote that into that. It's a 56, 57 color and not in 58. I guess I went to the wrong place on the internet and looked for the color code. But look, I got my cup of coffee here, and a little, it's not a pro tip because I'm definitely not a pro. See that cover right there? That is the lens that you're looking through right now. Every now and then, I get a little bit of weld on there or a little bit of grinder, and that's actually glass. So you can replace these for like about $11. So I got the new one already on here to make sure that you here in YouTube land get the best quality 4K picture you can possibly get. So look, what else I got here? Got myself a couple of disc wheels. I used the nice thin ones for stainless steel. You can see how thin they are. I also never throw away my old wheels because what I'm doing here with the grinder, I'm gonna do a little cut down here, cut right here, and dig most of that crap out of here. And then I've got myself some 80 grit right here that I do my roughing on here. Like I'm gonna try to take this off right here, this little cancer crud up in here. But hey look, let me stop yapping right now and get busy and get the last bit of rust taken care of on this 57 oval window bug. Oh man, I got a lot of crap up in here, which is good because obviously this piece I can't use anymore. But now I'm gonna see, the hell is this? I literally just pulled it out of there. It's some kind of rubber band thingy, no idea.
Let's see if I find some money up in here. Gold pieces. That needs to come out of there. Okay, so that's not bad. Again, I'm going to keep this piece in here, and I'll just support weld right around here. I'm going to cut a new bracket for right here, but let me get busy on that one right here. And that's, yeah, look at all that crap coming out of there. That's actually not that bad. I mean, again, Roger is not a professional here, but I'm good enough. I'll get a good piece of weld up in here, and then finally get this thing. This is all solid right here. This is solid. So now I got something to work with. I just got to figure out what this hard piece right here is and go from there.
My dirt and rust eliminator. All right, I got my piece cut out right down there. You saw that a couple minutes ago, and now I've got my handy dandy little printer paper. So there's my template. Again, rub it with the thumb as long as you have a little dirt on your hands. And see right there, there's a piece I just welded in right here, so I'm gonna bypass that. But it's pretty simple. Get yourself a pair of scissors now and just trim out this line and make it a little bit small. Otherwise it'd be like my dad said, you cut it 3 times and it's still too short. So cut it and then just go back and forth and trim it. Then I'll just weld this entire line on here, and that'll be complete on that side over here.
Looks like a straight edge right there. That's a fairly good straight edge right there. And lay that up against there like that. Mr. Sharpie. Trace that out. Not flipping anybody off right there, but middle finger is extended. That little peninsula right down here. Look, so that's basically cut out. I can now get rid of this. I don't need it anymore. And then work on this one with the bandsaw, metal cutting bandsaw.
So this piece I'm considering it done right now. This I actually got a hold of some metal behind it, did a little bit of weld up in there, but look, let me take my camera and move it down here a little bit and show you this. So this actually turned out pretty good. Again, this is not no high-end restoration. I just wanted to get this piece, and you saw it earlier, how boogered up it was, but I was able to surgically remove the cancer, the rot up in here, the oxidation, also called rust. And I got my little welds up in here, fairly ground down smooth. Now I will take a light swipe of Bondo and put it in here before I put the 2K primer on it and then the diamond green paint on. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this little section out right here and do the same thing. That should be a lot easier because I got some solid metal up here and down here to work with, and this looks like it's solid here, so that should be an easier fix real quick. Let me go ahead and knock that out. All right, so I'm gonna put my finger down here, and I think about right there is where I'm gonna start. Till about right there. And you can see I got a good solid piece of metal up in there, so I'm gonna weld to that. And then the same thing right here, I'm gonna take my fingernail and use it as a template on this corner right here. And I'm gonna go from about right there down here. And what I'm doing, folks, is I'm staying, actually, you know what? You know what, I'm gonna leave it right there. Got solid metal. I don't know what's underneath here. And what I'm staying on the mating surface of this fender right here. So again, none of this stuff you're gonna see. I'm still gonna make it look kind of decent up in here, but main thing in here is rigidity. So let me get that weld. Let me go ahead and cut this out real quick with the grinder. My little hook thing up in here. Look at that. That looks like a little door. So that's what that thing looks like after 1957. I'm 59, and 8 years to that. Holy crap, 66, 67 years.
Pretty cool. Hey, look, I got this hole pretty well dressed up right now. This is a simple insert of a piece of metal, but look, let me show you this right now. I can't hold the camera and this at the same time, but look how thin that metal is. And that's not rust, that's just as thin as it was. It was just formed back in the day. It was just meant to keep the water out of here, and there's no structural piece in here that I'm aware of, but it's just not, this is actually the body part of it. The fender obviously goes on right here, but that's what the predicament is. So that's like how I gotta weld this thing at almost the lowest setting on this Lorsch weld that I have. And again, look at that beautiful little hose in there. That's unmolested flex line, I guess is what you call back in 1957. So this is pretty clean. I got no rust to deal with right here. I just got to cut that little template real quick, the old process I use for that, and let me get that one welded in. Oh, this is going to be really easy because my fingers are dirty. Again, I'm not flipping anybody off from using that middle finger right there because it's the dirtiest. That's almost perfect. Look at that. Perfect template line. Let me go cut that out and get myself a piece of metal and put it in there. Alright. I'll cut to the inside of that blue line. That way it replicates exactly what I have right here. Alright, let me show you another little trick that I use right here. I just welded myself this little tab on right here. And what that basically does for me is I can just hold it up in here right now without trying to, use your fingertips. And once you press it up in there, it's too far up in there. But now I can actually hold it up in here. And as you can see, I'm like 90% already there with my fit. I just got a little bit of trimming to do right up here, and that'll be it. All right, look, I got this thing pretty well trimmed down right now, and to the point where it is a exact fit. That's smooth. And let me hold my little, that's smooth on the bottom right there, that's smooth. So now, okay, that's a good buzz. That's smooth right there. Right there. And let me get a buzz here. That's a good buzz right there. And now that's smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and buzz right there on this corner, and then I can start working about making sure it's still smooth on the bottom right here. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. That's not the best welding stuff, but hold on. That'll work. All right, so again, I'll grind that smooth. I know it looks like crap right now, but the main thing is like right here, see on the bottom where it went in a little bit, I can just pull this up right now and make it absolutely flush. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and weld this corner since that's flush right there. Hold on. There you go, that's the sound I want right there. All right, hey, I got this thing all grinded off smooth right now. So you see the little hairline right up in here? Can't see it with my gloves on. Right there, I'm planning on now just running this down here and putting a nice little solid weld all the way up and down these lines right here. Look, I've got my Lorsch welder on right now. It's set for 2. That's relatively low. I've got the wire feed right here in the center. Let the machine do the math for me and figure that one out. And then this right here, it should be about right there. And I got, what is it? Where's the one I'm looking for right here? That's good right there. So let me go ahead and do my welding right here. I'm gonna try to put the camera here. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this is just a matter of fumbling around here and looking at it real close. Again, ready to weld this thing. This should take me no more than 5 or 6 minutes to actually knock this out right here. So here we go. All right. Alrighty then, so look, mission accomplished for this evening or today. I'm actually pretty satisfied with that. That's actually, if you can tell, this is all solid welded up here, all the way down here. I just ground all this smooth. Never mind this ugliness right down here, but this is also the patch on the bottom, the L, right here with the original bolt holes retained up in here. This will get a little bit of cleaning up right here, but I'm basically done with this section right here. Let me cut off my little trusty welder right here. One other thing I want to show you here is this this 3-phase 3-motor quiet. So check some little air blow out here. So this thing is cutting on. All 3 of them are running right now. This is so cool. Fairly quiet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with a regulator on the end. And this thing will run up to 10 bar in about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So it's about 150 PSI. So that was my Christmas present 2024 for my kids and my wife. I gotta dump the garbage can here. It's date night tonight, so we're gonna go watch a movie, get a little bit of something to eat with my son and his girlfriend. So like, subscribe, and share from Roger's Hot Rod Garage. Let me clean up my mess like I always do. And the only thing I got left after completing this side over here is this one side over here. And I'll knock that out probably tomorrow evening. Same scenario, except a little bit of less rust down here. And I'll take care of this part right here. This is about 1.5 hours left. An old girl repainted. And they just cut off right now. 394 volts AC.